Okay, first grade, we are going to be making this cute little fishbowl project. This is what we're going to be doing. Except I used beads, but you will actually be using beans. I just didn't have any today, but you will be using beans. I just wanted to show you we are creating like sand, some texture of sand at the bottom of the bowl. We're going to be creating a fish, and we're going to be creating a plant using tissue paper. And then, of course, we're going to be painting a paper plate for our bowl. So today, all we're going to be doing is making the fish and painting the bowl. So in order to make the fish, you have two options. You can either make a fish like I have here, just a regular little goldfish, or you can make one of these fish, like one of these betas on this paper here. Now, if you are going to make a goldfish, you use these little strips, these little sparkly strips. And if you're going to make a beta fish, you have to use the rainbow type paper because he will fit here. The beta fish will not fit. You won't be able to trace him out. He won't fit on these. So make sure that if you pick this fish tracer, you want to put him on the rainbow paper. Okay? These will fit. Okay? So you're going to pick whatever fish you want. It doesn't matter. And so I'm going to, for the sample, I'm going to do the beta fish. Okay? So I'm going to, the very first thing you're going to do is trace him. And you will be using a pencil to do this. I don't know if you can see my marks, but I'm going to trace him. I'm going to put him on the center of the table, and I'm going to trace him. Okay? You want to hold him kind of tight. He doesn't have to be perfect. Fish are a little organically shaped. They're not real perfect. So as long as you get about this shape. Okay, I don't know if you can see my marks. Okay, it's just for your eyes to be able to see anyway, so that it'll guide your scissors. So you will then cut him out. You want to be real careful cutting him out. Okay, you want to really make sure that you try to do superstar cutting. You're going to cut him out. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because when you flip him over, as long as he kind of looks like a fish, that's all that matters. And when you do his mouth, just make sure that you do like a V to do his little mouth. Just cut out a little V, if you can see that. Okay, and then you're going to flip him over and you have a fish. This is important. You're going to take a pencil. You're going to write your name on the back of your fish. Not this side, not your pretty side, on the back. Because I will be collecting these and passing them back out next week. You are then going to put a little googly eye on your fish. And in order to do this, you have a bottle of glue. I want you to take a tiny, and I mean tiny little drop. We're going to see just how tiny of a drop you can get on your finger. You're going to take your little googly eye. You're going to dip it on your finger. You got to be real careful when you do this. You have smaller hands, so this will be a little easier for you. And you're going to put him down right here on his face. Okay, about right there. Okay, and if you want to kind of push down for about 10 seconds, that might help him stick. You're going to make sure your name is on this little fish, whichever one you decide to do. You're going to make sure your name is on the back. You're going to turn him in. You are then going to have a paper plate and a paintbrush in front of you that looks like this. The very first thing you're going to do before I put the paint, you should have your name on the bottom of the paper plate. And this is important because if your name is not on it, I just have to give you a blue paper plate. So you may get somebody else's paper plate. So just make sure your name is on the bottom of your paper plate. And you are simply going to take your brush and you are going to paint the entire paper plate. And this should not take you that long to do. Make sure you get your edges really good because I noticed when Miss Rucker did hers, I didn't put a whole lot of paint on the edges and it chipped. The paint actually chipped off. So we don't want that. So you want to make sure you get lots of paint everywhere on the paper plate so that we don't have any little chips. When it dries, it'll actually chip off. And do you see, for me to paint it, I'm actually kind of putting it under my hand so that I don't touch it. Because I don't want to touch it. And I'm just spreading this out very evenly over the paper plate, making sure that I put extra on the edges. For some reason, that's where it wants to chip. Okay, and this is all we're doing today. We have to wait until our paper plate dries before we can move on to the next step. Next week, we will be adding our beans and gluing our fish down and making our plate, making our plant. So when you're done with this, you are going to bring this to the drying rack. You are going to go put your brush in the sink. Okay, I will wash them. I just need you to put the brush in the sink. You can get a wipe, clean your hands, go to carpet, and read a book. Have fun.